Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today, UV resin. I was going to epoxy resin this one because it's quite deep. But I have an idea to try here and now and I want to try it with UV. So it will be a layers thing. And I think it's going to be quite cool if it works. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. There's only one way to find out. Now, from my many pom-pom reveal shorts, I keep all the cuttings after I've trimmed them because I give them a good trim afterwards, just to shape them. And I keep all the trimmings because they'll come in for all sorts, even if it's just stuffing small toys, because it's really handy for that. I wondered if I put that in there, how would it work? Would it work? I mean, it should work. It's dry, but it is airy because it's wool. So am I gonna make a whole heap of bubbles? I've got the hot air gun as well, so I can try and minimise that. But there's only one way to find out. So let's give it a go. I think what I'll do first, mind you, I don't know, I think I'm just going to have to put it in there and mix it around and see what happens. Because I was thinking about doing a thin layer first, but that's not always easy to do with like a shaped model, a shaped mould. So I've got my light, I've got my wool, I've got my resin, and I've got my hot air gun. Let's do it and find out. Because there's only one way to find out. Now, I'm going to do the legs first because they go all the way down. They're the deepest of the lot. So I'm going to put a bit in there first. And then try and stick a little wool in there and mix it around and see what happens. I have a cocktail stick. I do not have kitchen roll, and I'm going to need it so I can rest my cocktail stick on something. Let's see if this is in any which way a good idea. So I'm using like this random multicolored stuff that I've got, and I'm going to put literally the tiniest bit in there. And then I'm going to stuff it all the way down. Probably put a bit more resin in because this is going to absorb the resin. And then hot air gun it. Yeah, I'm going to put more resin in there now. I'm really curious about this. It'll either be a really good idea or a really bad idea. I think as long as it's mixed well and packed in there well and then heated well, I don't see why it wouldn't work. And it's definitely packed in there. Put just a tiny bit more in this side because I can see that side's got more in. A bit more resin. think the other side's alright for resin. I'll put a little bit more in there just in case. Where did I? Oh, of course, right there. What a silly moment. Like, where did I put the cocktail stick? Right in front of me. Right. I am going to flash forward, because what I'm going to do now is give that a blast with the hot air gun. Put that in there because that's going to blow my fibres everywhere. And then I'm going to cure that bit, and we'll come back, have a little see how we're doing, and then rinse and repeat through the whole thing, which will be a flash forward. The ears are going to be really hard to do, so we'll see what we decide to do with those when we get to that point. Alright, well, we blew the bubbles out, as many as we could anyway, and I've cured it, and it's hard, so let's go for the next layer. I think the ears are going to have to be the last. Do I try and do them now? Because I could try and do them now. They are going to be hard to do. Really hard to do. Right, that one's definitely filled up because I saw it hit the ceiling. Same for that one, I think. Now, I don't mind if it comes out and down because the whole thing's been done the same. Right. This is going to be the tricky bit. Trying to shove. Okay. Well, haven't gone all the way up. That one looks like it has. I've gone as far as I can get it. I think. This might be the point. Because this is going to be rinse and repeat. Well, we're going to flash forward to the whole thing being done and hope for the best. Because I am just going to do the same thing over and over again. So wish me luck, and we will flash forward to it being done completely. Just getting it out of the mould. I think that's gone as far down as I can get it. I don't think I'm going to get it any further down. Alright, wish me luck. We're going to flash forward to a lot being done. Moment of truth. We did layer after layer after layer. It was all going fine until I got greedy with the very last layer and it went all knobbly bobbly. But it does seem to be cured. And that's what happens if you get greedy with the very last layer. I've got a little trim up to do there. So let's get him out, try to get him out and see what we got. Okay, that worked. It's come out better than I thought. Let me just do what I normally do. Because I want to get rid of all these little bits that are kicking around. I do wash my moulds, but I also like to get all these little bits off while I can see them because they distract me. I keep focusing on them. Well, that's come out pretty cool. And a lot smoother. There's a bit of bubbling going on with this hand. If we can see it, like right there, if I push my glove underneath it, you can see he's a bit bumpy there. But the legs feel pretty fine. I think there's a little bit there. That one's fine. The face and the body are fine. And the ears, all things considering, I think that one's a little bit knobbly. There's a little tiny piece missing up there. You can barely see it there. And where's this one? Over here, up the corner there. I don't know if we can see that one. There. That's had a really cool effect. Bit of tidying up to do because, as I said, I got over generous on the back. So I think what I will do... Oh, there we go. You can see the bubble clear of that side. Right there. Overall, that's pretty good. I reckon I will try that again. And like I said, I'm pleasantly surprised. I weren't too sure with the wool, but it looks pretty clear. And it's had a really nice effect. Well, you can see, oh, there we go. Mind you, I think I did point that one out, didn't I? Yeah, I did. There's quite the dip there. Like, quite the dip. I can fit quite a bit of my tip of my finger in there. But that's okay for a first go. We know we can nail the body and the face and the legs if we're slow and steady and jiggle it around a bit more, because this side's come out absolutely fine. There is no surface bubbles there whatsoever. It's only over this side where we managed to have a massive crater. And same for the hands. They're all smooth across the top. There's just a bit of bobbling going on down the very bottom here. I just need to go a little bit slower, poke it in there a bit more, and go less generous with the final coat on the back. So we can see it's kind of like a little hilly valley back there. But that's had a really cool effect. We'll just pop on, highlight the eyes. That was quite a big one. Hey ho. In fact, let's not. And the nose. Our little bunny. Our little wool trimmed bunny. I'm quite pleased with that. Like I say, couple of little things that could be better along the way. I might come back to him in the future and try and put some stitch work in, because he's got a lot of stitch work going on that look really cool. But that's really nice. I'm going to bear that in mind for future things to try, because that has had a really cool effect. It'd be one of those things as well, you point it out to people and be like, what is in there? What do you think all of that is? Because it just looks like colour added. I don't think there's anywhere, but you can see that it's sort of fibrous. A little bit up the top here. And I think really soaking the wool helps. I don't think down here, I'm not going to take my gloves off just yet, but that looks like that's quite dry wool. So I think where we've done it, and really, I think this one got really stirred in. So all the wool absorbed as much UV resin as possible. That plays a big part of it. Well, yeah, I think overall, for a first go and an experiment, that was a success. Little bits to adapt here or there. Just be more persistent with the stirring. But yeah, that's a really cool effect. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some ideas of things to try yourself. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.